Hi and welcome to Outwell. In this film we're going to give you some hints and some tips on how to pitch the tents from our Discovery collection. The tent that we're using here is our Newport XL, but what we show you can be applied to the rest of the tents in the collection. So next, what we're going to do is just unclip all of the tension straps that run from side to side on the tent. That's going to allow us to flatten out the fly sheet, and it will make it a lot easier to put the poles through in a wee while. Next, we're going to assemble the poles. Assembling the poles is made really easy because each one has been short corded from one side all the way through to the other, so all we have to do is just slot them into position. Now what we're going to do is just put the poles through the pole sleeves. Just remember that on some of the tents there will be colour coded poles to the pole sleeves, making sure that you get the right one in the right place. But what we're going to do is when we put the pole through the pole sleeve, we just want it coming out the other side by around about 10 centimetres, and we'll just show you that. Now what we're going to do is just peg the back corners of the tent. Just remember that we have our easy pegging system here, so this is where we're going to use the solid steel pegs in the grey pegging points. Once we've pegged the back, what we're going to do is put the ring and pin into place on the poles on one side, then we're going to do the same on the other side. Now we're just going to repeat the process with the other poles. Once the poles have been ring and pinned in place, we're just going to gather them up and pull all the material back. Then from here we're going to take the tension straps that we unclipped earlier on and we're going to attach them to the other sides. Once we've attached the straps from one side to the other, we're going to lift the poles up and then walk the tent forward into position and peg the front corners there. Once the fly sheet is in place and pegged on the four corners, we're going to take the inner tent inside and clip that into place. Now all that's left to do is just peg out all of the pegging points around the side of the tent using the black plastic pegs, and then we're going to take the luminous guy lines out and peg them into place with the luminous peg. When it comes to packing away the tent, you have a couple of options in this collection. You can either leave the inner tent attached to the fly sheet, which is what we've done here, and we'll show you how we're going to pack that away, or you can remove the inner tent and pack it away separately. Another good tip is just to remember that if the tent is quite wet when you're putting it away, just to dry it at your earliest convenience. So as I said, now we'll just show you how to pack it away with the inners still attached. So that was all of our hints and tips for pitching and packing away the tents from our Discovery collection. Thanks very much for watching.